What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Wadau na wadau def. How have you been in our bamba? I hope you've been keeping it real and just enjoying the goodness, because why not? Welcome again to another episode of Legally Bold, and this is episode 15. Oh my goodness! Hebu nipate shangwe na nderemo katika hiyo story. All right. Without further ado, I'm super excited this afternoon to introduce my guest. And before I introduce my guest, allow me to say that location ni ile pale Friki Likitiki next to Tanduri. If you haven't paid a visit over this place, you need to do it, because you don't know what you're missing out. This is the place of ambience, vibes, good energy, everything, and sugar and spice. All right, my guest is gonna be one and only. He's a gentleman. Na leo tuna dive into serious conversations. You're not ready for this. So allow me to introduce to you, once again, can we do it? Drums rolling. Gakweli Waraka. Oh, look at that. Yes, Swagbala. Hi. How are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Thank you for having me today.
Oh, and thank you for allowing us to have you. This is Legally Bold,
The pleasure.
where we keep it legally and bold.
Okay.
Yes, so you're allowed to be as bold as you can.
I'm getting there, but we'll see how that can go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow, so Gaks
Yes.
is your other name?
Yes.
Alisema tunaweza mwita Gaks.
that's fine. by me.
Nakwambia swaga hapa inasumbua. Yes, and I mean, after interacting with you for a short time, I have known a few things about you, which we'll definitely be talking about here.
Okay.
But above that, I would like to introduce to us a drink that is going to be keeping us moving because of the sugar levels and energy and excitement. Na stories za Jaba pia. That is Jaba juice, Jaba Tamu. I keep saying that you need to get yourself a bottle of Jaba Tamu. This is a passion flavor. Last time we were having pineapple flavor, so they can give us different flavors, and it's amazing, yo. Are you ready?
Very ready.
Stories za Jaba uko tayari kupambana nazo?
Born ready. Hata kama sichani igomba, nitajaribu hii.
Hata hii hii by the way inaweza, hata mimi wasichani.
Yeah.
But this one gives me some very good vibe, you know.
So here we go.
Yeah, and it's a clean way of doing Jaba.
Yeah, true.
Talking of Jaba juice, unajua sasa hata hii na venye tunasaragwa hapa story ya Jaba.
Haina pressure hiyo.
Are you safe? Yeah, hii ni juice.
Yeah.
This ni kama energy drink.
Yeah.
Yes, how have you been?
I've been okay.
How's your week been?
A bit slow. I love weeks in Diani because they don't move as fast as they move in the city.
When in the city, city is always rush, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's a good. I've had a good week so far.
Okay.
Yeah.
So talking of the city, is it that you live in the city and you're here for holidays, or do you live here? And tell us about that.
Let's just say I have a residence in the city.
Okay.
And I've been spending a lot of my time in Nairobi.
Okay.
A bit of what I work with is back on that side.
All right.
But my ancestral home,
Yeah.
I thank God, here in Kwale County.
Ah.
Yeah.
So born and raised here in Kwale, but grew up in Nairobi.
No.
Uh-huh.
Actually, mimi nimezaliwa Nairobi Hospital.
Hey, Nairobians, this place. Nairobi Hospital.
Nairobi Hospital.
Wait. Okay.
Yeah, I'm Nairobi born and bred. I grew up in Kilimani.
Ah.
Cool
kid.
I schooled in St. Mary's.
Wait. We are sorry.
Yeah, like the quintessential Nairobi.
Nairobi, basically your blood is...
As they call us babbies. But yeah, I'm a bit of a hard one.
We agree. We are actors hata sina bargaining point yani. Wewe ni Nairobian.
True and true. I'm a
Yes,
Nairobian.
yeah.
But my father did make sure when we were young,
Yeah.
we would come home as much as possible.
Wow. Cheers to you. That I like that.
May he rest in peace.
Oh, he rests in peace. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that bond, it worked a lot for us. For me and my brother. I have 4 brothers. We're 5 boys.
Okay. And you're the what born?
4.
Okay. Oh, you're the last?
Second last. Remember we're 5?
Oh, you said you're 5.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
So that bond grew with me.
Mm.
And over time, I've been coming back until it got to a point. I'm like, you know what? I need to set my roots here at home.
Okay.
Because Nairobi is not my home.
Yeah.
Nairobi tulikuwa tunapita njia.
Yeah.
It was a coincidence of my parents being there, looking for a great opportunity. So I'm looking for my opportunities back at home now.
But how has been that change? Like, and also tell us how many years have you been in Nairobi?
I speak years, you
Clearly
know
you
my age.
mentioned. Ah, what's so wrong with us knowing it? You know, for a
Hey,
man,
hey, hey,
even if the age
I'm
is
not complaining. I was just trying to turn the tables on you there.
yeah, yeah.
But I've lived in Nairobi my whole life. I started making
Ah.
my move back here home. What year are we in? 2024?
Yeah.
I'd say 2020.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah.
you've been here, let's say now, being here like consistently for 4 years.
Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to tell us what you're doing here in Diani?
Mimi ni hustler.
Any hustler?
See aina ya government lakini I don't fuck with the government.
Whoa.
But mimi ni hustler.
Uh-huh.
And I'm a farmer.
All right.
Trying to do some beekeeping back
Nice.
at home in Matuga.
Nice.
So yeah, I do honey. Also around here, I try and sell some properties.
Yeah.
Do my connections that I've made. And,
Okay.
Alhamdulillah, that's what keeps me busy and that's what keeps me afloat.
You're building the nation.
Yeah.
One look at you, no one would tell this guy is a farmer. You know, we always have that stereotyping thought of who a farmer is.
Brown teeth
you know,
with a grass just sticking out. Yeah?
na amekunja trouser.
Sure.
No, lazima apige luku yeye pia yeye kama farmer. And
Really?
I mean, congratulations on what you're doing.
Thank you.
And we bless your work. May it grow and grow bigger.
I mean.
I understand you're doing beekeeping. That's a great, great farming. I've seen people doing that lately.
Yeah.
And I mean, what's beautiful than feeding on natural honey from the farm,
Absolutely.
Yeah. So when you told me about that, I was so excited about it. Yeah, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Today, though, so tell me, what's your take on now that you're actually a farmer?
Okay.
You're one person who definitely relies on the economy of Kenya, and you feel the effects, right? So where do you feel as a country? Where are we at the moment?
Where are
And
we headed?
yeah, or even not where we're at the moment. What's your take? What do you feel? How are we doing as a country?
Okay, that's I've revised my notes on this.
Just
honestly,
say what you're feeling right now.
Okay, from an agricultural perspective,
Yes,
yeah?
yes.
Already the current administration has really let down farmers.
All right.
I'm sure you're aware of the fertilizer scandal that happened recently.
Yeah.
That alone is gonna lead to a shortage of food in this country. If not already, but very soon.
Yeah.
So the implications of that are very, very big, but not much action has been taken. So you can already tell that they're more interested in lining their pockets than the. But hey, I don't want to talk politics. If we go down that lane, I'll get very emotional.
Okay, sour.
On our end, as beekeepers, okay, nothing drastic has happened per se.
Yeah.
We just don't want to say we're making a lot of money, then they start taxing us,
So you're not being taxed?
We are being taxed. We pay our taxes. I pay my taxes. I'm not Donald Trump.
Yeah.
I pay my taxes.
Yeah.
But we're just hoping for a bigger breakthrough in that. There's a lot of counterfeits in the market right now.
Okay.
So our edge is that we give pure natural honey.
Yeah.
So we're trying to work with our edge right now. Yeah.
And there's so many questions coming up in my head right now because I'm thinking when you're doing beekeeping, what are the things that you're really looking at? Not even getting political, but what are you looking at that can be done better, either by the government or basically what do the bees really need for them to give the best?
That's a good one. Already we're seeing the effects of climate change.
Okay.
With the cultivation of the bees because they're not behaving as they did, say, even 7 years ago.
Okay.
There's a totally different.
So the instability definitely messes up with
it's mad right now. Yeah. Like your harvesting is very irregular.
Okay.
So climate change is definitely the biggest impact right now to the quality of the honey
the honey that we get
and the bees.
So that goes back to we the people and the government looking at our environment.
Yes.
At the end of the day.
And that's why I do support the government in the tree planting exercise.
Yes.
Let's do that. Let's plant trees.
Yeah.
At least there, I can say I give them a tree.
Yes.
Because not everyone is bad all the time.
Yeah, sure. At
you have to give them credit where it's due.
Yeah.
So at least with the tree planting exercise, I hope here in Kwale we're taking it as serious.
Oh, yeah. Let me say the last one, not this the other one. I took part in the tree planting activity and I happily planted 58 trees, Well, with my church leaders.
But you did.
I literally participated in
Yeah,
it. So I'm
yeah,
also big on environment and conserving the environment.
Okay.
So absolutely, I can say I think Kwale we're doing something when it comes to tree planting.
Okay.
And now it has even shed a lot of light on why we need to keep doing it,
Mhm.
because there are people who are relying on it for
Mhm.
farming. We're also relying on it for a good climate.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I mean, it's interesting because one would just think as a beekeeping farmer, you just need to go and put the hives there
And then wait.
Yeah. And now, kwanza with the winds and the heavy rainfall, so what the bees there?
Yeah, they're there,
Zitapotea.
but they're not as active.
Okay.
They're not as active.
Okay.
So the condition, the condition just need to be right.
Okay, for them to.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I deal mostly on our marketing side.
Okay.
I have my elder brother who's handling the nitty gritty and the
On the
hands-on
ground
stuff.
now.
He's the
Okay.
one who's a specialist in that.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
probably I wish I would have had him here to explain the nitty gritty. But
No problem. We'll
I don't
invite him.
even think we need to talk about that now.
Not now. Yeah. I just wanted to hear a small background about that.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's someone out there who will hear this and they'll say, "Oh my God, bring us his bro,"
Yeah.
because I've been considering to do beekeeping. I want to be a beekeeper farmer, and you see, we have shed some light on them.
Whenever they're ready,
I'll
give him a call.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. So Gaks is here with us, and I mean, we just want to dive into a few conversations that I'm super duper excited to talk about.
Woohoo.
Woo! Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So first of all, I'm sure you have seen across the globe.
Yes.
I don't know, as people evolve, there's just some mysterious changes that happens to the human race. I tend to think so.
Yeah.
Because as time goes by, you realize either someone just gets wait in the morning, they wake up. No, please don't get me wrong. I am not like saying this is my take on this. I'm just saying someone just gets tired of being a man, and they're like, I'm tired of my dingling and everything.
Oh, you mean those ones? Okay.
Another one wakes up and they're like, I'm tired of being a babe. I really want to be a guy this time. And by the way, I will still not give my take on that, but I just want to hear from you. What do you think about transgender and the non-binary, humans? What's your take on that?
Okay. Thanks. That's actually a very important question to be asking in this day and age that we live in.
Yeah.
We live in scary times, and personally, and whoever is watching and you want to take offense, that's your problem. I'm not here to please your feelings, your emotions. I personally think that is all a mental illness.
Okay.
And I think people need to be evaluated because for you to look at, for instance, this guy, the Kardashian stepfather, what's his name? Caitlyn.
No, that's the new name. Now that's the lady.
Okay, that's a
He
character.
was I don't know something. Yeah.
Bruce Jenner.
Bruce Jenner. Yeah.
That's a character who is an Olympian. He
won
has
gold medal.
completed in the decathlon. That's 10 events and won gold.
Yeah, that's a big guy in the history.
And then to one day say, you know what, I'm tired of my, let me chop it off. I think that's a mental illness.
But don't you think that's something they have thought about? Maybe he's been struggling with it for a very long time, and then he gets to a point, he's like, you know what? I don't have anyone to offend, and I gotta live who I want to be anyway.
Yeah, but come on, like, how would you know how it feels to be a woman when you've never been one?
Maybe it's curiosity. You've never been curious.
That's where the mental illness comes in, because if I've never been, okay, maybe let's say I really like pineapple. Does it mean I want to become one? That's the absurdity. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the absurdity that such a avenue opens. It opens a window to madness.
But now, allow me to, just out of curiosity also, because there are times I have sat and I'm trying to imagine, what does this other gender think? And by other gender, I mean the man. I'm there trying to reason. What does a man think about when maybe he sees a woman, or when he's in a marriage, or what is his expectations, And yes, mimi sijafika mahali nasema I want to be a man, but I'm like, maybe there's someone for a very long time, they relate towards that direction, and they feel like, I don't relate with my gender right now. I honestly wish I was born as a man. And they're in their right mind. Do you still feel that is mental?
Absolutely. Because how many are there that are saying this? Is it the majority?
No, they're not.
It's absolutely not the majority. It's a few sick individuals who need some sort of guidance or counseling and be told, listen,
Yeah.
you were born with a dingaling,
Deal with it.
use your dingaling.
But what he's not feeling it anymore. No amount of advice, no amount
You know,
of therapy is gonna take this person back to the man that you want them to be.
there's
or rather
only
than
so
to
much
man.
you can tell someone. I can advise you, I
Yeah.
can guide you, I can even literally hold your hand and
Yeah.
take you to a certain point.
Yeah.
But ultimately, the decision is
It's
yours.
upon them. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
if you feel you want to make that decision, be ready to deal with the repercussions.
Yeah.
If people make fun of you
Yeah.
for now, you know,
And
you
you're
are,
adding more stress to
whose
life
fault is
now.
that?
That's
It's not my fault.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make fun of you.
You will be part of.
Exactly.
So would you have a friend who is a transgender or gay? Let's even say gay.
That's
Wow.
like,
Why?
you know, that's like
Yeah,
that's like having someone to constantly laugh at.
I
Be like, hey,
can't
look,
believe-
it's that, you know.
Come on, you're sure you will not?
Absolutely not. I
In
can't
your
tolerate
circle-
that rubbish. I cannot tolerate
Forget
that.
about transgender. What about homosexuality? A gay friend?
You see,
or...
okay. No, and this is not to say that I condone homosexuality,
Yes.
but where there is, I see a contrast in the transgenders and
Yes.
homosexuals.
Yeah.
There are some homosexuals who you won't even know are homosexual.
Actually, those that have not even come out, or they
Exactly.
don't even talk about
Aren't
it.
they there? Very many
Yes,
of them.
actually, the majority.
I probably know, and I definitely know a couple who are gay, but have not, you know,
Come out.
shown that side.
Yeah.
Do I have a problem with them? No, I don't have a problem with them.
Okay.
For you to be trans,
Yeah.
is for you to have once been, say, a man,
Yeah.
and then you say, you know what, fuck it, I'm done with this,
Yeah.
and you become a woman, and you want everyone to know that.
Yeah.
That's why they have these pronouns
Coming
now
out. Yeah.
and all this rubbish.
Yeah.
So that's the difference. I know people who are gay. I know them.
Yeah.
A couple.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say that they're my best,
When you say
my
a
boss
couple,
somebody.
you mean they're
No, not a
already-
couple,
Yeah.
but a couple of people
Oh, even a couple of them.
A
All
couple
right.
of
All right.
people.
All right. All right.
over the years.
Yeah. Okay.
Not okay, I may have known they're gay or I came to learn they're gay.
Okay.
No problem.
Yeah.
Do your thing.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with me.
you. And even though now this is my thinking. If this person, their homosexuality has nothing to do, if they want to come and do business with you, I mean, is that something you'll be like, no, they're homosexual, I can't do business with them?
I guess I have a saying, money has no feelings. So if we can make money,
Let me tell you the
let's
sayings
do it.
they are being thrown here. Yo, Muna, take notes. A
Money,
wise
money
man
has
once
no
said-
feelings.
A wise man once said, money has no feeling. Now, this is my thinking, yeah?
Yeah.
So, a young boy was raised and say he didn't find a father figure in his life, all right? And I'm just giving a scenario.
Which is very prevalent
Which-
in today's time. Actually.
Yeah. You can see how many single parents are.
Yeah.
I'm a single parent,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So, a boy is raised and the people he sees around are his mom, the sister's mom, or he has sisters around, and there's not really a father figure to mold him,
Yeah.
or even his uncles. Maybe they're not even so stable and stuff, or they're far away,
Yeah, yeah.
right? So all this boy grew knowing is the feminine kind of energy
Yes.
around him,
Yes.
all right?
Yes.
So he goes to school and he'll of course get a little bit bullied because he's a bit maybe soft, or you've seen
Okay.
those kind of boys who ni wasofty yani
Kunazo.
mpaka they're being bullied, all right?
Kunazo.
So by the time he's getting to high school and he's really trying to discover himself, he's also dealing with the demons of how he was bullied.
Yeah.
He finds himself really not being drawn to being the real man
Okay.
that he should be.
Okay.
All right. So this person tends to now want, whenever he sees a man give him attention, he kind of feels like this is the void he didn't.
He's trying to feel.
He's trying to feel, but then he finds a lot of compassion and a lot of feeling loved by this man.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
So this man comes out to the society, and now he will meet someone like Gaks who's gonna be like, ha ha ha, Oh, sorry, you said you don't love.
No,
laugh at
homos,
gays.
I don't mind. I'm not gonna
Homos
be
you
all,
don't laugh.
all up
Yeah,
in your face.
yeah, okay.
But if you're trans, which I am yet
Which
to
now, listen, this person can
Hold me back.
actually end up feeling like, you know what? I think because I have a lot of feminine energy in me, because that's how I was brought up. I want to have some boobies. I want to have some, some booty going on, and becomes a transgender. In most of these people, we just see the final product and we start, either hating on them or saying names to them, but you don't really know the story behind where they come from. And that's why now it brings me back to you, and I'm like, if you listen to their side of story, would that be something that can change your?
No, not at all. It doesn't justify it.
Really?
I'm not saying that I know the reason why,
Yeah.
But from my point of view, that does not justify it. Because, to be honest, okay, Sawa, the mother is there, you know, she's a mom, she has to be a lady and do lady-like things.
Yeah.
But she should at least try to put him in positions where he's interacting with other young men, and even if the father figure is absent, um, try and put him in those positions of interacting with other men, take him to camp, you know, put him in a football team. You have to show the intent, because it's also on you as the single parent.
Absolutely.
I'm a strong advocate of religious values, because I believe all morals come from the Creator.
Yes.
Because He knows what's best for us. We don't know what's best for us.
True.
And when somebody goes down that line of transgenderism and non-binary, that is purely a result of hedonism. If you don't know what hedonism is, hedonism is when you choose to follow your whims and desires. That's what your guiding principle.
Hedonism. When you choose to follow your own
whims and desires. For instance, if I feel there'll be no like, it's not bad to rape a woman, okay? Yeah, honestly, this is how people get around in this life. It's not like, what's the problem?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna get someone, it's out.
And yeah.
But because you feel it's right, your personal experience is telling you that, okay, those are the dangers. So you have to live within a certain understanding that you're here, and your Creator has a guiding principle. So follow those principles to the best that you can.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'll be headless. And what's the difference between us and animals?
Yeah. Everyone would be waking up and they're saying,
doing
today
what they
I feel
want.
like I want to do this. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. And anyway, even when you think about it, for we who believes in, you know, we have a belief, either you're religious or, you know, you believe in there's a creator. You know, you can argue that when you were created, there was a purpose why you were created as a man, and there's a purpose I was created as a woman. So you gotta live to fulfill
100%
that
purpose.
Yeah.
100%.
100%. But now looking at the generation right now, I feel like, oof, man, we are losing it. I don't know how is that gonna. How can they get help anyway? I'm not asking for solution from you, but I just keep wondering.
What's a possible?
You know,
That's tough.
because it's crazy, because it's looking like it's getting out of control now. You know, like the non-binary, we have people saying you can't refer me as she or he, refer me as they, them.
As I said, that's mental illness. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, how do you even justify that rubbish?
Like, I wake up one morning and I say I'm Martin Wanjovu, and what
And you're gonna
do
keep it
about
moving.
it? You know? Yeah.
That's on you, but I'm not gonna call you Martin or he. I can't.
You know, actually, you know of a big name out there, and she has completely changed her name. Actually, she's now
In
not
this
a
Kenya?
she. Oh yeah, what do you mean?
Please,
A big
let
name.
it out. If it's a big name, let it out of the bag.
I can't do that right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's not get
Let me, but I'm
copyright
sure
infringed.
exactly, because I'm sure people know about it. When you go to IG, you can definitely look for her. And now, sorry again, she's not even her; it's her they them. She has made it very clear that I am not.
I think I have an idea of who you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And the name is different now. They have changed their name, and when I look at them, they look like they're very sober in life. They're doing their businesses. Their life is moving on as usual, you know.
Yeah.
But like you said, maybe there's still something that they're still dealing with, you know.
And why must you now go out and tell everybody that, you know, I'm this and this? Like,
so that's your problem. Like,
no,
people shouldn't come out.
No, come out. But don't be all up in our faces now that you've changed your gender, which is impossible actually. You're just mentally absurd.
Because you're still a woman.
You're still a woman.
You still get them
periods. If a man busts a nut inside of you, there's a chance you're gonna get pregnant.
I cannot even imagine her pregnant.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Facts are facts.
Yeah.
The truth, as I think I mentioned this to you earlier, the truth cannot be subjective.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. It gotta be one truth.
It's only one truth. Yeah. And the truth is that's a woman.
And you know, now the other thing also that okay, so my how I feel about this is that I'm usually like, yo, you do your thing,
absolutely,
as long as it's not affecting me.
Yes.
But for me, what matters is your character. What is your input in the society or in the community around, or people that you live around? If you definitely your input is negative, now that's where we draw the line. But if you're someone who's mindful about how you live, whether you're a trans, you're homo, to me, I'm only like, I don't fuck it up, but that's we can relate with friends. I have gay friends, and yeah. All right. So moving on, another very interesting thing. However, before I even finish up on this topic,
Yeah.
I feel like when you're, I don't know if you're a parent or
No, I'm
parents
not a parent yet.
or yet.
Yeah.
In case you get there, because this is also, we tend to really point fingers a lot,
Yeah.
especially when you're maybe not yet a parent, or if you're a parent and you think that your kids are doing really well until it gets home. All right. And especially with the current, generation and the move, you never know.
Yeah.
You never know who your children are interacting with. Look at the media, the internet. If they're all
And that's a
prone
great starting point. on what you're talking
exactly.
about, yeah.
So I tend to say that's why I will not point fingers and say, you're being so careless with your kids, you're not raising your kids right, da, 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 da. Because I know as a parent you can have tried your best.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe, but all we can do is definitely we cannot stop trying and molding our kids and bringing them upright to the right ways, So we cannot get tired to do that.
Yeah.
So as Legally Bold, we definitely say that let's try our best to raise kids or encourage the young people around us
Yeah.
to grow morally upright
100%.
and uphold the right, the right doctrines in
Yes.
life. Yeah.
And values.
Yeah, so that you're not losing it in life.
Yeah.
All right. So then I definitely dive into the next question that it's quite interesting. I don't know what you think, or rather, have you ever thought about, or have you found yourself in this situation where you meet the right person at the wrongest of time? How do I mean? So you either meet that woman you thought you'd be, yes, she's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know how you do it in the like as a Muslim, how you like before you start dating a lady, like will you be observing her from a distance now, or you're that person, or you're just hanging out, you're like, I just want to get to know her, hata kama simjui nini nini, and then you really get to love this babe or like her, and you're having a deep connection, and then you realize she's married, or she even tell you she's married, but there's just such a great connection to her that you cannot even end it. That is what I mean, like meeting the right, you feel like she's the right person, but he's the wrong time.
That's a tough one. I think the last time I felt that I was in high school.
Oh, so you have
I think it was in high school.
all of this
When
situation.
you have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
I think there was the new selection of Form 1 had come in, and you're like, there's a new selection.
You were in a mix
Yeah.
high school.
I've been to a couple of schools.
Oh,
Let me
you've
just put it
been
out like that.
school hopping. I
Oh,
call it
yeah.
School hopping. Yeah.
I've been around.
Okay.
I've been around.
You've been around.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So
So which is this particular one that was like?
I'd say Aga Khan Academy, Nairobi. Yeah.
Yenyewe ni Nairobi, I know where. I feel like it's in my head. Yeah.
So it's and that's just infatuation,
Yeah.
the little teenage
Yeah.
love,
Yeah.
feelings and shit.
Yeah.
But you meet a girl, you have a thing where you occasionally, maybe on the weekend, let's meet at village market,
Yeah.
But then maybe there's another girl in school
Yeah.
that is just as pretty, and maybe
Yeah.
you've spoken to her and you vibe, and you're like, that's when you realize, holy cow, maybe this is the one that got away. But that's then.
Yeah.
In a more mature spectrum of things. Okay, you had asked me like how Muslims go
Oh
about
yeah.
it.
I would also want to
Okay.
say that. Yeah.
So the understanding in the deen is
Yeah.
that if I'm interested in a woman,
Yeah.
I don't even go to her.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Because already premarital engagements are
Uh-huh.
not encouraged at all in the deen.
And by premarital, you mean before you have married someone, you
Yes.
should not.
Yeah,
interact.
you can interact.
Yeah, but
At least get to know the person that
Yeah.
you're potentially going to spend the rest of your life with.
But you're also gonna let her know that you feel some type of way towards her.
Maybe so. It's up to you. How that discussion goes, everyone is an individual. They can determine that.
Okay.
But
Uh-huh.
you go to her father.
Okay.
I don't go to you.
Mhm.
I go to your father.
So
And
I don't even know that.
I'll express. I'd be like, okay, look,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
kind of interested in you, but
Uh.
the ruling is go
Go
to her
to the
father.
father. Okay.
And when you go to her father, you express your interest and like, I'm really interested in your daughter, blah
Yeah.
blah blah, so that the father, being a man, can determine if this is the right man for his daughter. Nail on the head, yeah.
Now, how if the father does not know you?
I go find him.
Wait,
Tell
no.
me.
This is what I mean.
Yeah.
You're meeting him for the first time.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So my question is going that how will he be able? The first interaction with this young man
Yeah.
will make him know that this young man is right for my daughter. He's meeting this young man for the first time.
You see, that's why it's the father's choice to determine. He can decide there and then, or he
Yeah.
can say, let's take time, let me get to know you.
Okay, you've answered my question. Because I was like, you cannot determine. So I can, you can be a whatever, a hyena in a sheep's clothes.
Yeah.
And you come and looking, all promising,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
the father
yeah.
will feel, oh my God, this is the young man I've been wishing for
And
my
that
daughter.
is why, on the Islamic basis,
Yeah.
okay, ideally I'd be marrying from my community.
Okay.
So in the community, there's the mosque. Okay. In the mosque, it is stipulated that every man must pray their 5 daily prayers in the mosque. Okay.
So Allah
By that virtue,
Mm.
I am seeing her father every day.
Okay.
So if the father has already seen me and be like,
Yeah.
huyu mtu anaswali,
Yeah.
he's an upright guy, I see him taking roles in the masjid,
Yeah.
without a hesitation, you can marry my daughter.
Oh my God.
Do you understand the
Why does
thinking
it
behind it?
sound like in an ideal world? Because I'm like, you
Yeah,
know,
but that's the teaching.
that's the teaching. But is that what happens till today?
Unfortunately, we've mixed culture with
Okay.
religion.
Yeah.
So it's very rare to find that happening in today's world.
Okay. Okay.
But you're supposed to put religion first and then you put your culture second.
Okay.
Religion, because religion is your salvation.
Okay. Yeah.
Culture, don't lose your culture.
Okay.
But
don't bring it before.
But people have chosen to mix it in and do what they please.
So now there's something you've mentioned very interesting that ideally it should be from your community.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I'm just saying that was the case in point, but not ideally.
Okay.
No.
Okay. So it doesn't mean
Absolutely
that if you
not.
get from another community.
Bruh, if she's Chinese, marry her and you feel that that's the one.
Yeah.
Or
okay.
Kama ni mzungu vile.
But do they have to be Muslim?
Yes. Okay, for the women,
yeah.
If you're a Muslim girl,
yeah.
brought up in a Muslim upbringing and you cannot marry a non-Muslim.
Oh, but a Muslim gentleman can marry a non-Muslim.
Yes.
But then they have to also convert.
No.
Oh, they don't have to convert?
They don't.
Muslim brothers, where are you at? I've been thinking I have to convert. Okay.
No. You've twisted it. You've twisted it. Okay. So actually you haven't, but the only reason someone should convert to Islam is because they've seen it as the truth. You don't convert
not
for
because
someone.
Of marriage.
No. If that person dies tomorrow,
you're right.
Are you gonna still be a Muslim?
To be honest, all my life, me, I have known that if you're gonna get married, if I'm a lady and I have to get married to a Muslim brother, lazima nislimike. No,
that's not the ruling.
So you can marry a Christian lady and actually live with her as she's following her Christian way.
100%. I grew up in such a household. My father was Muslim, my mom is a Christian today.
You're serious? 100%. Oh wow, that's interesting. Honestly, I didn't know that. Yeah. I didn't know that. But then you said for a lady, if she's Muslim, she cannot be married by
a non-Muslim. It has to be a Muslim man.
But why now? What am I or
See, I feel
like why am I being unfair? The guy can venture.
Let me give you my understanding of it. Because I'm not a scholar.
Okay.
I am just a layman Muslim trying to do my best and doing my basic obligation.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Who is the head of the household?
The man.
The man is the head of the household.
Yeah.
So when you as the lady who have grown up with Islamic values and whatnot, that is exactly what you want for your children. But your husband is not leading that lifestyle. You love him. But the kind of example you will set for your children, that will totally disconnect. I'm just saying this as a I'm not saying this is ideally what is going to happen.
Absolutely, I hear you.
But just take that case in point.
Yeah.
Whereas, if you reverse it, when the woman, for instance, is not Muslim, I'm a Muslim.
Yeah.
But as the head of the household,
watoto
wananiangalia mimi. They say, daddy anaomba. Watafuata baba. I'm not saying that you're not doing the same.
Yeah, I was about to ask, what if it's a Christian husband? He
But you get me.
By him, yeah.
So that's just the
thinking of the whole, like, you're just explaining why.
From my layman point of view.
Layman,
No, because do not take everything I say as the whole religion. No.
Yeah.
I only know.
No, I'm open-minded, absolutely. And trust me, I will call you here for another episode, and I would want us to dive into religion, as sensitive and as as controversial as that may sound, because I hear you have some wisdom we can share and exchange here, and I mean, this is a learning forum.
It definitely is.
Yeah.
And there's a saying, knowledge is useless if you don't share it.
If you don't share it, it's useless. Yeah.
So It's rather we share it in these platforms once in a while in tidbits than just keeping it to yourself.
And one thing I liked about Gaks, you're not about challenging or trying to prove who is right or who is wrong, because we were having this conversation before the episode, and I was like, when you mentioned it, I was like, why would we discuss religion on what perspective, you know?
Yeah.
But I liked when you mentioned that it's about, you know, like me, you know, you're just letting us know, creating awareness, and then after that one can make their decision on what you want to follow ultimately. All right, anyway, this is not that episode, but
This is
I'm
not that episode,
definitely interested. We will have that forum. So when I thought about meeting the right person at the wrong time, it is something that I've realized is happening a lot. Have I gone through it? Oh, yes, I have, and it's one of those
Are you
moments.
ready to share that experience?
I can see my DOP is laughing. He's like, yes, I'm ready for the juice.
Some tea, please.
Some tea, please. No, definitely, I'll not go to the details, but this is what I'll say. Unfortunately, it's one of the most sweetest experience. It's like when you're doing the wrong thing, in a slap. It slaps, but it's usually so short-lived. Like it's not even sustainable. It's just like a situation you find yourself in. At that time, everything stops, you know, and all you think about is this person, and this is the wrong time. You should not be doing this. You understand? But I don't know why it feels so good. It feels, oh my God. But when the day the things will go sour, when it rains, it pours. Inaendanga south to the southern. Yeah. But now I keep wondering, why should it feel so good at that time, you know? And especially for I've realized it's usually for the married people. You realize, especially when someone is married and either they're cheating. At that time, it's in another world, you know, they're so blinded. They just, whoa, your time, your partner doesn't even make sense. And by the way, I don't know if you can tell me, is cheating common in the Muslim?
No, I can't. That's
I have to keep throwing in the Muslim.
No, it's fine. But I can't answer that because every individual is different. You see, what I normally say is, Muslims are not perfect. Islam is the one that's perfect. If you study Islam and understand it, no qualms, no doubts, no worries. It's the Muslims that are not perfect.
Muslims are also human beings.
Absolutely.
They are living just like any other person.
And that's why many people misjudge the religion because they study their people, the followers.
By the way, hold on that point. That brings me to whenever we see, say for instance, pastors doing some crazy shit out there. Me, it pains me when I hear people say, you see, Christianity, look, Christians, this, Christians. Because I'm like, no, it's that individual person who is doing whatever nonsense he's doing. All right? Like of late, we've been seeing whatever nonsense is happening to Kanyari doing what. Of course, I'm like, what in the name of nonsense is this?
Happening,
you know? So,
but you cannot attribute it to Christianity.
You will not, and says pointing fingers like, "Ona sasa josiona Christianity yenyu ndio hii," you know?
Exactly.
Because I'm like, that's an individual. But that's why I am rubber stamping when you say that Islam is perfect in it's holy on its own, But the Muslims themselves, so you will not classify someone or classify people as Muslim to kivyake.
Kivyake.
Ukimpata anafanya mafraka zake ni yeye. Unasema Waislamu wako hivi.
Hapana, ukimwona anakunywa pombe, hiyo ni yeye. Bado ni Muislamu, lakini hiyo ni yeye.
It's not that now it's allowed.
Yes. Because it's finalized. The religion was finalized 1400 years ago by the Prophet, peace be upon him, and everything is clear to the dot. Everything. So we cannot now start saying, oh, unajua Waislamu. And I think it's a notion I've picked up now that I'm back in the coast. Whereby I try and talk to, especially guys from our country, about Islam and God. They'll be like, Waislamu venye wanashughulika na majini, sijui nini. So they're taking the experience of what they have encountered with a few Muslims, as
Islam.
You understand?
I hear you.
So that's
people need to differentiate the doctrine and the religion from the
followers, from the people,
from the followers.
Yes. That's very, very important.
That makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. So that was so now I was back to, because you had said you wouldn't say whether it's common in Muslim, because you said at the end of the day, it's an individual. When
Yeah.
I ask, is cheating common?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've realized nowadays marriage has even made. I'm getting scared of marriage. You know, I'm looking at marriage. I'm like, kwani
Don't be
ni
afraid of marriage.
kalongolongo
It's a
nini?
great thing. It's a great thing.
I don't even refuse. It's a great thing, but you know, again, the way you seeing things turn up, and again, it comes back to the people. If you decide to get there and you're serious and you know what you want, I think it can still work.
It will work. It's what you make of it.
Yeah.
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 It's what you make of it. Don't take other people's examples and be like, it worked for them, so we'll have to try and implement it for myself.
Yeah.
That's not gonna work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's go back to the person who is enjoying something at the wrong time. Woo! What can we say to these people? Enjoy while it lasts.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, when like I said, when it rains, it pours. When things go south, they just go south. And at times, the relationship might be, you know, spoiled. You cannot even fix it back. Trust is lost.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of things happen.
Yeah.
My experience though, guys, sasa ninaona ni kama mwenye nilikuwa naye atafikiria. Yani.
Hot take.
Yani, this is what you did to me. No, don't worry. I went back and thought about it. I was like, you know what, this ain't cool. This ain't cool. Yeah. Wow. So what's your last short to our viewers today according after this conversation? What's your take home?
My take home is this. From I guess I'll speak from what I'm involved in right now.
Yes.
Which is bees.
Yeah.
And
Fuata nyuki yule sana.
Kuna hiyo. Sawa hiyo.
Tunapatana na yeye.
Lakini keep in mind that bees are the most important animals in the ecosystem.
Oh.
Without bees, we would all be dead.
Wow, how is that? Please expound.
Bees are the main pollinators in the ecosystem. The work that bees do, no other creature on earth can do. So the next time you see a bee, don't kill it. Just let it get
I let it sting me.
It's not gonna sting you per se, but just, is it gonna kill you?
I don't like the feeling. There's no, I'm going to have a swollen eye and I want to slay out here.
Yeah.
But let me ask you, said if we don't have bees, we cannot exist. But I thought we have other insects that do pollination. We have butterflies that will do pollination.
When we're done with this, Google.
Okay.
And Google will answer it for me.
Bees might be the biggest pollinators here.
No, without bees, we are dead.
Pollination will not happen, so we won't have vegetation, so we won't have food. So
plants will not be fertilized.
So it's like I've just said the whole long
fruit.
story.
Yeah, you cut it. That is the answer right there.
I was a good student.
Look at you, remembering things from class 4 science.
The way the chain goes. So do not kill a bee when you see it. Let it sting you. Let your eyes swell because of the end of the day.
Utapona.
You will not die.
Utapona. Just don't kill
Oh my God. I had such a lovely session. We'll be looking forward to even having you again and again.
Thank
like
you.
we said, I have realized we have a lot to talk about. Yeah. Thank you so much for this session and being with us, guys. It's been amazing. Thank you for the wisdom. I took a lot of notes. I hope you guys did. Hapo kwa comment section tuambie ni nini umelani mpya leo kwa hii episode. It's been me, your host, Miss Boom, the goddess, and we have been at frequently to the Tiki. Remember, we were sipping in the Jabatamu. Leo tuko tu wawili, so hatujazimaliza. After this, so if you want to come and join us at FLT, Tiki tumaliza hizi drink. And I was with my guest. Please say your name once again.
Gakweli, the one and only.
Gaks. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Till next time. Bye-bye.